Hi everybody, welcome to the first module of this course. Because it's first module, I just wanted to give you a little bit of orientation with the course. You obviously found module 1 in the sidebar navigation area. I will be opening up each module on Mondays at 9 a.m. and so you'll be able to access all of those. Sometimes I may put them up a little bit earlier, but I wouldn't plan on that. So in this module, there are 3 activities. So one is on learning theories and your own personal beliefs. You'll be summarizing both of those. So when you come in here, you'll see that there are links in a table of contents. So I explained that here, but as you click through, you'll see these different pages. And so when you get down to the bottom of the page, you just need to scroll up and either click right here to go to the next page, or you can just click this arrow over here. So the navigation is pretty nice with these. What you're going to do first is there's an activity, and here is a Google document. So what you're going to do is make a copy of this Google document just by coming into here under File, and then you should be able to make a copy right here. And then once you've made your copy, you can start taking notes on the different theories. So you have behaviorism, social learning theory, cognitivism, and constructivism. I need to correct that. But for each of the learning theory, you'll tell me how does this learning theory explain learning. What are the different types of knowledge that the learning focuses on? So does it focus on more memorization, or does it focus more on skill development, or things like that, 21st century skills? What are the roles of the teacher? So what are the teacher responsibilities for learning to occur? What roles do students' peers play? So is this a theory that emphasizes collaboration, or do learners' theories or do learners' peers not really help at all? And then what are the roles of technology? So how do students use technology or tools during the learning process, or how could they use these technologies and tools to help them learn? So what are some ways that technology could be integrated in lessons based on these theories of learning? So there are sometimes when the answers aren't explicitly stated in the text I gave you or the materials I gave you, and so you'll have to infer what the answer is. That's especially true here with what are the roles of technology. So how can technology be integrated in ways that would enhance or help students learn? So once you're done with that, then you will write a personal statement about a page long, 400 to 500 words long, kind of expressing how you believe teachers should teach and students should learn. During which you should include some examples and things like that. And then when you're done with that, you will write a submission, put a link to your Google document that you've shared with me, make sure that it's shared with me, and then submit it for grading. So that's activity 1. Activity 2, you're going to be comparing distance education and online learning. Oftentimes those are used synonymously, but there is someone named Randy Garrison, who is a leading scholar in the field, that has basically said, no, they're not the same thing, and he makes important distinctions between the two of them. Not everyone agrees with those distinctions, but I find it helpful to kind of conceptualize the potential of online learning or different types of online learning with distance education. You'll start by watching this video. Now, this is kind of a longer video, but if you hit play, you can see that if you want to, you can speed up the video here. Which I would probably do myself with this. But please watch this carefully. I'm trying to summarize a lot of really foundational concepts that we'll be going back to throughout the course. On this page, you have a link out to the article. Also, here is the Venn diagram. So just like the other Google document, you'll come in here and make a copy of this. And then as you go, you'll create text box. Text box is here and throughout to kind of do a Venn diagram. So I think everyone knows what a Venn diagram is. In the middle are things that they have in common, and on the outside are things that only, like over here would be only things that distance education has, or only things that online learning has. You can obviously manipulate this if you need more room in the middle, just kind of move things around, that's fine. Then when you're done, you'll submit your Venn diagram here. Similarly, just make sure that it's shared with me, and then write a submission and put the link in there. So that's it. One last thing. Sabertooth Curriculum. Most of you would have gotten an email from me this summer, unless you register later in the summer. But you need to purchase Sabertooth Curriculum. The reading and the reading guide aren't due until the end of the 3rd week, but I recommend starting early on that. And here's a reading guide. Again, make a copy of this for your own, right there. And then write out some summaries here. So the Sabertooth Curriculum is like an extended analogy, and it was written about not quite 100 years, but pretty close to 100 years ago, and it's still very applicable today, which says something about educational challenges in our educational system. So basically, in the first part of each chapter, you'll write just a brief summary of what it's talking about, and then you'll try to decode the analogy and write down some lessons learned and implications for education. So again, this isn't due until 3rd week, but I would recommend starting now if you have the textbook, and if you don't have the textbook, be sure to get it very quickly so that you can start with that. So anyway, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. Thanks.